Today, we're fishing crappies, but if you'd like the most in-depth information for catching all species through the ice, be sure to check out The Modern Ice Age, part of the Angling Edge DVD collection, available at anglingedge.com.
Following it up, looking at it.
Ooh, here he comes. Here comes the fish out of that big school there. These fish are really smacking. There we go. Boy, that one just raced up off the bottom to hit. Probably another nice crappie. Big slabbo. Come on, baby. Good fight, too. Here it comes. The water's moving. Oh, yeah. Look at that, Dave.
Nice one, Brian. Hey, I'm out on the ice today with Brian and Heather Brosdahl. They've got some great tips for all of us to put some big crappies like these on the ice this winter season.
Come on.
I got one that's up and he's sniffing.
There's one. There we go. Maybe it's one of them big slab crappies. Wow. Boy, that thing raced up the hit. Watching on the Humminbird. Oh, look at the size of that one. What a beauty. Now that's a two-fister crappie. Wow.
In the fall, after the turnover, the oxygen returns to deep water and fish can be just about any place. And that's why in fall and early winter, we often catch crappies that are really close to the bottom, even in deep water. But then as the winter goes along and you get shorter days, you've got lots of snow cover on the ice, there's a lack of photosynthesis, the oxygen just starts to disappear in the real deep water. Now crappies can still be in some of these same basin areas, but the deal is that they start lifting up off the bottom and they just come up higher and higher. And so you have to fish at the level where they are. And if you don't have a good set of electronics, you could be fishing underneath the fish and not catch them.
There we go. Boy, this is great, fishing these suspended fish. There's nothing like sitting back, enjoying a nice day in the wintertime, midwinter, catching big crappies in the basin. The zoom mode's very, very important. Whoa, what a beauty. Wow. The most important thing with zoom mode is being able to zoom anywhere. I'm not zooming in on the bottom. I'm zooming in 5 feet above the bottom. Being able to choose where your zoom is very important. I can watch these fish come up and get ready to take my bait. If you can only zoom in on the bottom, you're missing it.
Okay.
Let me explain why zoom feature is important for suspended fish of all species. Most of the fish today have been coming through in these middle areas here. They're about 20 to 24 feet down. So I'm going to zoom in on this 10-foot range here, but not the bottom because most of the fish have been up here. So I'll hit zoom and select dial. Between these two ticks here is the zoomed area. Now I'll hit it. You can see how it zooms in the bait, makes it twice as large. So will the fish. And you can see there's a fish right there. I like to play cat and mouse when I can see him like that. He's off the side. There he is, sneaking up on it. And I'm pulling away, playing cat and mouse. You really get him to pound it like that. Wow. That thing just hammered it. I like watching him on the screen. You can see there's just tons of fish, and this one's a good one. Big old slabberoonie. Look at that. He's eating ice. Another nice crappie. You know, changing your different lure types in the basin really helps. I like using heavy lures to get down there fast. Small jigging spoons, sometimes with rattles. Heavy lead ice fishing jigs like this one. And then put some bugs on there. Spikes, waxworms, really helps.
Most jigging lures for crappies are relatively small and simple, although a little flash is a good thing when the visibility is reduced by dark skies, snow cover, or stained water. Small jigs tipped with waxworms, crappie minnows, power bait micro power wigglers or power nymphs, or gulp waxies or maggots are all good subtle options. For a bit more action, vibration, and flash, try tiny jigging spoons like we're using today, just with similar baits. Miniature number 2 or 3 jigging wrap was also produced when the fish prefer a more aggressive jigging stroke. As a rule of thumb, you want to use ultralight tackle and as light a line as you can get away with for spooky panfish in clear water. 1 to 4 pound test is ideal. Wispy, flexible monofilament line like trilene micro ice resists coiling and presents small baits as naturally as possible.
There you go.
Fish that closely examine your bait won't shy away because there are no negative cues to prevent them from biting.
And just take your time. They call them paper mouths. I'll get out the landing nets. Feel like a crappie, Heather?
I think so.
Ooh. Oh, whoa. Nice crappie. Using your electronics, especially in zoom mode, can be one of the most important factors in catching suspended fish, like these big slab crappies.
Today, we're fishing crappies, but if you'd like the most in-depth information for catching all species through the ice, be sure to check out The Modern Ice Age, part of the Angling Edge DVD collection, available at anglingedge.com.